15 life lessons that I've learned as an adult that I wish I would have learned just a little bit earlier. Number one is patience. I have never been great at patience. I get better every single day at patience. But at the end of the day, patience when I was young would have been extremely valuable. It would have helped the journey just a little bit to know that being patient and reminding yourself constantly that you are where you're supposed to be and it's all part of the journey, even if those scatter plots of life things and events are happening and they're all over the place. As you age and as you see things come to fruition, patience becomes something that allows you to see how they were all in line and moving you right towards the right goal. Number two is a healthy version of me. So health is so imperative. I wish I didn't have to go through a health transformation. I'm not regretting it. I'm very grateful that, again, I am where I am. But if I could go back, I'd say, Scott, don't just do what feels right. Don't just put into your body what you like to taste. If you want the result, you want to look good, you want to feel good, you want to perform well, health is mandatory. And too often, the older versions of ourselves realize this just a little bit later than we wish we had. Number three, discipline. Something that I talk about all the time, but something that as a young person, I was very uncomfortable, at least I thought, with discipline, only to find out that A, discipline equals freedom. B, the more comfortable I became with discipline, the better the results were in life, in everything, in relationships, in success, in health, in anything I did. Discipline created freedoms I didn't know existed. And early on, I fought it. I liked a chaotic schedule. I liked when something just popped up and I could do it. I like to be whimsical and off the cuff, but discipline actually provides me the freedom that I needed in my life, and it will you too. Number four is don't distrust the people that love you the most just because they're the people that love you the most. At the end of the day, a lot of times family, people that love you more than anyone else in the world, give you guidance and advice. And if I could go back and learn from my experiences from today until then, I would say when somebody gives you advice, think about the fact that it's probably coming from a place of love, from a place of their own journey, from a place that they want you to be successful. And I am not saying that you have to take all that advice. A lot of advice is stuff I did not take, and I still would not take. But understanding that it was coming from a place of love is a lesson I wish I knew earlier and felt earlier and more connected with earlier. Number five is to spend more time being the mentee, not just the mentor. As a leader, it's always fun to be a leader, a mentor, a teacher, a coach, but sometimes it's even more valuable to be the mentee. Early in my career, in my life, I felt like I had to figure it all out. Like I had to do it on my own. I had to fail on my own. And I wasn't as open to learning from people that had been there and done that. And the change to being comfortable with being a mentee was significantly beneficial versus just being a mentor. Sometimes when I'm serving as a mentor to somebody, I'm actually learning even more than I'd be learning if I was the mentee. I'm learning from that human. I'm learning from what I'm teaching, and being a mentor is extremely valuable. But being a mentee makes you think in a different capacity. Number six, you are the energy that you put out into the world. If you want negative energy, go ahead and give it. If you want to walk into a room and feel what other people are feeling, things like joy and happiness and excitement, be that version of yourself. Be the energy that you want to receive in the world. Show the world, show the people around you that energy comes from within. And it's amazing how I can walk into a room today, have the high level of energy I have, but used to the right way, it can only attract all of the right things, attract all the right people. Earlier in life, there were times where negative energy attracted all the wrong things, all the wrong people, all the wrong decisions. Number seven was listen more. I have 2 ears and 1 mouth, and my mouth has worked more than my 2 ears in 7 lifetimes. At the end of the day, the ability to connect with people and be a talker is a very, very great strength of mine. But the other side is I have learned to be a great listener. And the older I get, the better I listen. The more in depth I listen, the more in tune and the frequency of which I'm listening to is enhanced. Listening is so underrated. Listen more, learn more, grow more. Number 8 is giving is the secret to life. Giving, giving, giving. not taking. Early on, many people think you have to go out into the world and just take it. It's there, go get it, go receive it, go just grab it. Opposite, go give it. If you want it, give it. Giving is the secret to success. Giving is selfish. It feels so good. And I think that I've always been attuned to giving, but to the level that I am today and the level that I feel connected to, how you give of yourself to the world and how it comes back to you is just unbelievably underrated. Number 9, learning is winning. John Maxwell says, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. In my life, when I failed, it was crushing early on to me. It was derailing me. It would get me in a funk and I'd have to come out of it. If I just looked at winning and losing as winning and learning, everything changes. Every time I lost at something, every time something didn't go my way, I learned from it. I gained insight that made me better the next time. And most of the time, it led me right to the point that I was already supposed to be at. Learning is something that is a part of losing, but you can't learn if you don't lose occasionally. Number 10, embracing death. We all will die. And at the end of the day, when you embrace the fact that life is short and one day it will end, and you're at peace with that, and you start to envision what you want to accomplish in your life, understanding the fact that there's only a finite amount of time on earth gives you the ability to want to live better. It wants you to live fuller. It helps you to actually see that each day is precious and there's only a certain amount of time in each of them. Number 11 is kindness matters more than you think. Kindness is underrated, undervalued, completely dismissed too much in business, in life, in family. Be kind, be better, and watch what happens. The best things in life come to those that are kind. That's something that's difficult when you come up and you're trying to just make it, and you're grinding, and you feel like the world's against you sometimes. But the truth is, kindness always wins. Number 12, empathy over sympathy. It's very easy to listen to somebody say what's on their mind or what they're sad about or what happened in their life and to understand it, but to empathize, to put yourself in that person's position, to feel it with them, for them. Empathy is so much more powerful. Empathy is something that can guide you towards some of the best moments of your life. You can connect with people on a deeper level. You can be the strength they need in moments, but they only are going to lean on you when they know that you feel it with them, for them. Feeling sympathy for somebody is empty. Number 13, have a why that's bigger than yourself. Have faith in something outside of yourself and be proud of it. If you grew up with religion, embrace it. If that's who you are and it provides something bigger than yourself, for me, that has provided me with a catapult to everything that I needed in my life. Not what I wanted, but what I needed. The emptiness that is inside of us can only be fulfilled when we acknowledge that there's something bigger than ourselves out there. And for me, it's God. For you, it can be whatever you want it to be, but find your why. It will drive you to a whole lot more success. And I wish I was believing in these things a little bit earlier, a little bit stronger. Number 14, embrace imperfection. Imperfection is a fact of life. You will not be perfect. You can aim for excellence, but perfection is not something you will accomplish. But it's in the imperfection that you find the joy. It's the imperfect moments, the gaffes, the mess ups, the moments that you thought were supposed to be X and they turned into Y, the engagement that didn't go your way. Whatever it is, life is about imperfection. Knowing that you can strive for excellence, but the joy comes from knowing that you're imperfect and you will just strive to be better every single day. Number 15, know your value. Know what you're worth inside and outside. And I don't mean monetarily. I mean know who you are, what you stand for, what you believe, what your values, your ethics, your overall foundational beliefs are, and keep it. Value it. Don't let other people talk you into something that you don't want to do, you don't want to be. Know your value and stay true to it. You will earn more in life financially. You will feel more fulfilled internally. You'll have better relationships, and no one will question exactly who you are and why you're doing it.